Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Inbaal. Happy
How are
morning.
you?
Happy second breakfast.
Happy psychic brunch. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
How are you? How's your work? How's everything going?
Yeah, so it's a season of Christmas parties, isn't it? Which is always a good season of doing readings at Christmas parties. And I was just in London last night, and the amount of Christmas lights, it was very exciting. I didn't get much chance to stay in London because I was like, just need to get back to my little kitty. But the lights, I was just walking past going, oh, it was so Christmassy. Obviously, where I am, there's not one Christmas light yet, but it was really kind of like a fairy tale, magical sort of, yeah, it was nice.
That's nice. I think everybody's got like one neighbor that's already put it on in October.
I do have one neighbor.
Just one in October. In October, it might have been then since August, but in August the sun is lit all the time, so you can't really tell. But yeah, for me it's so overwhelming when I get to London, like from the countryside, because here, just like the what do you call it, the industrial estate has put on some lights. Great, that is it. That is it. So I get very excited driving by the industrial estate. But if I get to London, it's like round selfie all the way around.
Yeah, I'm going to go back, I think next week, and I'll be doing that because it was just like, I was just a bit overwhelmed. I was like, wow, it was like being in a New York movie because there was so much posh lightage.
Yeah, posh, expensive lightage. I think some postcodes can afford it better than others.
I was in a postcode where they had it.
Yeah, they got it. My Christmas season is the season of making predictions for the new year. So there's been a lot of typing. I suppose I had to have the light on, so I had some lights. But there's been a lot of typing, a lot of interesting conversations that I will tell you in private about somebody who thought that I could change astrology a little bit just to fit with their thing. Yeah, that job is not happening.
Wow. Change the stars. Change the very pattern of stars.
Maybe move them. Maybe what if you move them? But yes,
powerful. And I wouldn't doubt you could do that, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the knock-on effect? And then people will get lazier and will want for you to move the stars for them every time they're not happy with the Mercury retrograde.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. I was seeing it like in like a 1980s movie of lights and flashes, but not like actually the practicality of my boyfriend's not come back, change the stars. That would be very, yeah.
It would. It would be very popular. It would be very popular. You could probably roll it out as a service. You know, we will move the stars for you. Only for like super ethical cases.
Yes.
If he's not married, for example.
If it won't destroy the time continuum as we know it, then we might consider it.
Exactly. Yeah, if it doesn't evaporate all the oceans, okay.
If it makes animals take charge of the earth, I'm up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You're ready with your chain.
Anyway.
So we've got lots of exciting things going on all around us. But what we're doing today is getting you involved with our readings.
Just to creep people out. Yo, good morning, you.
This is anybody who's watching us live. Hopefully you're on the Bigfoot Outlaw YouTube or anywhere else that can send us messages. So I'm going to flash up the messages that have definitely come through. So Tor sending us hearts. Well, we barely even started. So wherever you're watching on, you can definitely send messages. Nigel Porter, greeting everyone. I can see that you've sent in messages from Facebook, so that's clearly definitely possible. We're on the Things Network. We're on the Simply Spooky Network. We're on the Bigfoot Outlaw Grizzly, and we're on Laura's Facebook as well. So if you can send us messages, do. If you're watching or listening to us not live, you can still play. Our game today is ta-da! Everybody's psychic. Did you see how I managed to type it and send it to screen? It just blew my own mind. Yes.
There's no stopping us today. Moving stars, typing on screen. We are.
What else will there be? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. well, if you can stay tuned. If we move the planets, it might be a little bit harder to stay tuned than initially planned. So the game we want to play with everybody, and it's not a game, obviously it's very, very serious. If you send in your questions, we'll do you our readings for sure. We've got our cards here. We've got our psychic vibes here. We'll do the readings, but anybody else watching who also has a message for the person asking the questions, please get your message through as well. So we're gonna flash up all the different messages for everybody. We're going to give you some time to get cracking with sending some messages, and in the meantime, we might go through a little corner that says, so what did Mercury retrograde do to you? Say yesterday, day before. How was your journey? I'm very curious to know.
Oh wow, I was absolutely had anxiety of doom a few days before, and I hyper planned everything, which, as you know, is not like me. I kind of just turn up.
I know.
And, you know,
yeah, it's something to sort of speak to a professional about.
Yeah. I booked a taxi at the exact time I needed to be out of the venue to get to my last train. There was a train, but it was so late, it would have got me in at Bristol at God knows what time of the morning. You know, it would have been a very long overnighter. But I planned everything to the minute, and it actually worked. And I got an earlier train than I even planned, because I was so a few days before going, oh, this is not happening. I'm getting, so it made me into a hyper organized human being.
Yeah, I'll bet you're drained though.
Yeah, and I was like, I said, even though the best plans of, I thought I can't guarantee that even though I've planned it meticulously as I could, that it will still work. It worked like clockwork. I was like,
wow.
So I'm waiting
that
for
is
the
incredible. But you know what I think this specific retrograde has been like for me and the unwitting humans around me? It's been a very anxious retrograde.
Yeah.
It's only been a few days.
Yes,
but
definitely that.
You're describing your actions kind of, under the cloak of anxiety.
Oh yeah, huge anxiety about it. Yeah.
And
when I got home, I was just like, I just collapsed because I've been so holding it, like I'll get everything, and I went, okay. So you must have been the train last night, and I was like,
exactly. Keep it together. I spoke to my friend yesterday who happens to be a Sagittarius. She is questioning every last bit of her really adorable and very, very loving relationship because the anxiety, and I think it's the anxiety from the Mercury retrograde. I think we're also creeping towards a Mars retrograde, and that will be, I think it's from like,
can you move that?
Yeah, I'd love to move that because that's exactly in the middle of like your busy season, and because you're in Aries, you're governed by Mars. So that Mars retrograde, I think it might be in Gemini as well. So it's like right smack bang in the middle of the party season in party sign. So
yeah, that's on.
So it is such an anxious retrograde. I had the day yesterday. So you know me, like 30 years, I don't get annoyed really easily. I get comedy annoyed a lot.
Yeah.
But like big
not
things.
Full.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't care enough to be annoyed. Yesterday, everything was getting on my nerves from the minute I woke up in the morning. My young son's teacher said something to me that just landed incorrectly. I got in the car like all in a fury, had to calm myself down. Then the person who wanted me to sort of change astrology for them, you can barely imagine how furious I was. And then my mobile phone service provider annoyed me, which, is part of the course. But I think this is just a Mercury retrograde of like super fiery responses.
Yeah. Anxiety and fire, like that's a combination, isn't it?
Exactly.
With the moving the stars, I have to just say, for my Labyrinth fan, can you not say, I move the stars for no one?
Yes. Oh, wait, let me wait, Labyrinth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Put a cloak on. I move the stars for no one. It's David Bowie them.
Brilliant. I really hope that people are picking up on it, because in my imagination, when I started sort of working on this channel, I thought everybody was like, much younger and they wouldn't get any of our references. No, everybody here is like right between like your age to my age, and they know all the things.
Yeah, Labyrinth is yes. This is the way.
Yeah.
This is the lifetime of
I
joy.
moved the stars for no one.
Move the stars,
but he would move them for Sarah.
Yeah. Is your name Sarah? You're not on the list, right?
Yeah. I moved the stars for no one else. So when you guys want to ask for some readings, we're going to get everybody involved. Oh yeah, there we go. Retrograde. I was like, why no messages? Why no messages? Oh, retrograde. The messages were there. It just would not scroll. Oh, we've got Grizzly himself here checking in. Let's see. So Pam Harris is here from Facebook. Grizz is here from Facebook. Morning, Grizz. Early morning for you. John says, hi, got my second breakfast in.
Good.
And Moon Moggy John is getting us started with the first question. So the game we are playing today, I say a game, life is a game. The game we're playing today is called Everybody's Psychic. So we're going to do John's question. What do I need to know? And then anybody else who fancies getting involved, you send messages for John as well. Just to make it easier for me, do like an @ for Moon Moggy John so that I know what message goes where, because it's going to get busy. But yeah, what does John need to know?
Oh, yes.
Shall I get cracking? Have
you got? Yeah.
Yeah.
You go.
Right. Ooh, John, this is gorgeous. First of all, can we take a moment to enjoy how much this card is like the background that we've got on today? Do you see? It's the sun.
The magic.
This is a photo that the very talented Laura took of the sun. And this is a picture that the very talented Lady Frida Harris drew of the sun. Practically the same. And and it says that what you need to know is that you're all right. What you're doing is all right. What you're getting, what you're achieving is all right, because you're saying to yourself, well, I'm doing a lot, but I feel like I always need help. Yeah, that's really okay. You're a human being. And you're saying to yourself, I'm achieving a lot, but maybe not like 100% of what I want. Yeah, babe, 90% is fine. How many people get to 90? So this is calling on you to celebrate all the things that you're doing, all the things that you're succeeding at. Each and every one of them is a miracle. Don't sell yourself short. So that's what I've got for you, Moon Moggy John.
Well, we have a happy ending with the card I've got, but we're going in there a little bit. So I've got these three. I've got some different cards today. First one, we've got very much this Mercury retrograde, the Son of Swords and Knight of Swords, and the Death card and the Justice card, and then underneath it was a Chariot card. I didn't mean to pull so many; they just came out because they're so small. They just came out. So again, what you're saying, what you're working towards, it is important. Like Inbaal was saying, like it is important what you are doing, the energy, the community, and it may be a time when you're quite stressed or anxious, as I was saying, about the changes that are going on, about what's happening, about a transformation, or about what you need to do. But the Justice card comes. I love how colorful that is compared to the other cards. The Justice card is saying what you are doing is creating balance, it's creating harmony. You are calling out things that are wrong and you're bringing life back into balance. And for you, that will mean that you're moving forward with strength, with power, and with joy. It just feels that maybe first there's a little bit of a sense of having to call things out, having to speak your truth, having to deal with that, maybe a reality check of some kind. But from doing that, the Death card always brings rebirth. And I think that's pretty immediate, that you have this harmony and rebalance and justice around straight away. So powerful times.
That is beautiful. So if anybody's got a message from Moon Moggy John, make sure you send it. I'm going to, you see me looking away because I'm going to scroll up and down in the messages just to make sure that we're not missing anything. Oh, look what we don't want to be missing. Moon Moggy John saying spot on, loving it. He's saying feels it's getting harder all the time. It's so early in the morning, babe. And And Moon Monkey John also says, dream last night, a woman I don't know yet was giving birth to my baby, might have a different meaning. This is actually so interesting.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
one of my gorgeous clients in America had sent me a message yesterday to say that he's had 2 dreams about babies being born from him to people that he doesn't know. And
Oh, wow.
I thought, right? I thought what it meant, 2 different dreams, but the same, the same theme. I thought it meant that he's got a project that he needs to get out there. He's very creative, very knowledgeable, a project, maybe a writing project. So that was that for him. Where do you feel it fits with John?
Well, yeah, it's really interesting because it was fascinating, and looking at it like, yes, of course, it can be a premonition of a relationship, but I feel realistically for you at this time, what it is the feminine part of you, the creatrix, the birthing part. You're taking on. We said rebirth in the last reading before we even saw this dream, that you're coming into a phase of rebirth, into a new phase of life. And also that responsibility as well, like the justice card and everything like that. And the sun card have children on as well. Like this whole thing of this bringing in a new era, bringing in a new energy for you, but also the responsibility. And it also depends on how you felt in the dream. Were you excited? Were you anxious? What was the feeling you had? But yeah, there's also that you didn't know the woman. This is about a new chapter you're not quite sure of yet, that you're birthing, that you're moving into, which is a responsibility. It is something that you can co-create and bring into fruition. So yeah, it's exciting.
That is exciting. I love a bit of dream interpretation.
Me too. Tell us your dreams.
Because
can I tell you my dream I had the other night? We got a second, or we're busy. We're busy.
Yeah, busy. No. I really think I speak for everybody in saying we would love to know.
It was a really interesting dream. I dreamt that I was going to a meeting and it was on a Zoom, and it was about someone that's going to help me with my career and my life. And I went, all right, yeah, whatever, sure. And Val Kilmer was on the other side, the actor. And I went, hi, Val. And of course he can't speak very well in real life. He's had throat cancer, and it's but he was chatting away and he was really creative. And I can't say I thought about Val Kilmer for
since the doors, like his best work.
Willow. Every time I watch Willow and go, but yeah, I was anyway. He was chatting away and he was being really inspiring. I was like, thanks, Val. That's really, really helpful. And then then I thought, let's Google what is Val Kilmer doing now. And that's not in the dream, that was in the morning. He has this amazing, because obviously he can't speak very well, so he's created this art place to support and inspire people. And you can join his art community, and there's monthly calls and there's support. And I was like, but I dreamt that. So of course I joined.
Yeah, he came to you in a dream and invited you. There's no better.
No, and there's other people on the course that were saying
sign as such. That's not a sign. That's like a direct named invitation.
Oh, I know. And then the woman said on the thing, I think it was a premonition that brought me here. And I was like, yeah, me too. So cool. I was like,
do you think he's just sort of launching it to everybody?
I wasn't taking it that it was definitely meant for me, but I think there's a sense of creative energy, and he's just calling people to him. I just thought it was really interesting. He's got a really fascinating art project.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
Amazing.
That was my dream.
Yeah, so we've got a few messages coming in before we jump in to do a reading for our Grizz. Also, Holly, who asked, can I randomly ask a question? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, send it. But yeah, before that, let's just sort of catch up with a few super relevant and exciting messages. We've got Dora saying Merc Retro so far has put me to sleep.
Probably safest.
We can speak for all of us to say that you have missed nothing. Nothing. You missed nothing. Hello, my beautiful spiritual sisters and family from Andrea. Thank you. Debbie, I saw your message and you will have your reading. Ward also saying, Pizzer does it. Okay, Pizzer does it. 94, could just go with 94, saying that is real. I've been in a wicked mood lately. Thoughts everywhere. Right. So you're not alone.
David Bowie.
David Bowie love him. He's the best.
Oh,
and also, if any of you don't know, Laura has interviewed and met the baby from the labyrinth.
And the creators of the characters and the baby of the labyrinth. Yes, that is true. Who's now not a baby and who's got a baby of their own that's
Does he look the same?
Yes.
Yeah. That's incredible. Taurus says David Bowie in Labyrinth is how I knew certain things about myself.
So many things I want to say about balls, but I'm not.
Yeah, same. Woo.
Yeah.
So we've got
sorry.
We've got like top important message from the boss.
Yep.
Wait, scrolling and finding it. Bigfoot Outlaw Grizzly, who runs this channel, everybody, lots of respect, saying, I would like a reading.
Oh, of
Let's
course.
see who's jumping in first.
Okay. It's all about the swords today. Wow, no, that really is. So, again, that's fair dues because it is Mercury retrograde. It's about the swords. But well, have you got no swords? Oh, you got swords. You got swords. Yeah.
Two out of three. You've got 3 out of 3. You definitely win this one. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So the first one is the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords. And it feels nice because it's the owl. It feels like Labyrinth still. I'm sorry, I'm still there. And the owl. Yes. This is such a... I think this is my back. You get the Queen of Swords as well on you've got the Queen of Swords. Yes. So 2 Queen of Swords is, so if we played Snap, we'd be definitely winning. So this is, I think it's my favorite sword because she is compassion and justice. So it feels like this sense of watching wisdom, of really seeing through people, really seeing what is right. And even though we say Mercury retrograde brings all this confusion, I think it brings outer confusion, but it can bring this inner sense of absolute clarity. And I feel that's what it is for you. There's a sense of a deep knowing about what feels right and not really minding at this time what other people around you are saying or thinking. And that's doubled by the 4 of Swords, which is taking a step back, going within. And I feel like you're creating a really safe and powerful space for yourself for new ideas and healing and energies to grow. So it's almost like letting this happen, because the 2 of Swords is coming up as well, which is another card of sort of stepping back and allowing a rebalance. So this is, there's a wisdom that's so strong. There's a sense of taking a step back and healing. And there's something in that background that is really ready to launch at the right time, which is not today. It's after this period. But the 6 of Wands at the bottom saying there is victory coming. 6 of Swords, the victory is coming. It just takes this time to shift and to take that step back and to rebalance. So, yeah, it's really interesting to have all those swords.
That is incredible. Now, I'm going to give my message, look at other people's messages. There's also a couple more messages for John, but then I'm going to tell you what you don't know in how much you've got things not just spot on, but like the actual words. Because I've got a couple of channels, a couple of shows with Grizz that I haven't caught you up on. But when you said launch, when you said step back, when you said, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So, Grizz, as Laura was saying, the Queen of Swords came up twice. And here she's saying to you, take the mask off. Be fully yourself. Be fully yourself. The whole world can take a long walk on a short pier. Be yourself. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to feel uncomfortable about. You are, you are you. What more can you be? And it says you're feeling a little bit fearful about leaving things behind. But if you're able to let go of what you've got behind, then what you've got ahead is so much more exciting. And it reminds you that the only constant in life is change. Changes. Yeah, the only constant in life is change. So I'm just going to catch up to Laura. So Bigfoot Outlaw Grizzly's channel is going to start being broadcast on Hulu and Roku and like TV streaming channels. So it's going to be in actual TVs, which makes it, obviously bigger and more international. So that is the launch. So you said something in the background is waiting to be launched. Yes. But I can only imagine that there is so much that goes into switching to a much larger platform. And I feel like your message was saying to Grizz, you know, remember to heal yourself. You don't belong to the channel. You don't, you know, you're not the channel. You're still a human being there.
Yeah.
So let's see what we've got there. Right. So we've got this one from Grizz saying, spot on, wowee. But that is not the biggest one. This one that says yes, 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 yes.
That's what I like in the morning.
That's same, right? When you've got all your energy about you. So let me just sort of catch up. Anyone that's got messages for Grizz, we are playing Everybody's Psychic. It's the game that we made up like 5 minutes ago. So why not join Everybody's Psychic? It's not just a slogan. Everybody is.
Yeah, it's true.
If you've got a message in your mind for Grizz, put it in the comments. I'm going to flash it up. So I'm just going to catch up first with a couple of messages that people were kind enough to send for John. Just scrolling slowly to make sure I haven't left anything behind. There's a few greetings that I haven't flashed up on the screen, although Jane Robertson says hi from Cornwall.
Hi to Cornwall and for you.
You want to get flashed up? You put your geographical location. I get all excited.
I get excited. I love Cornwall.
Yeah, it's not far from you. How long is the drive?
It's a couple of 2 hours. Yeah,
you're right. So just like Liverpool is not far from me. It's still 2 hours in the car, but you know, worth it.
Still, I love it so much. I'm slowly edging there. I'm slowly edging.
I can imagine. So we had Holly say hi, saying, not sure if I can ask a question. Absolutely, yes. There's one for John. So this is for you, Moon Moggy John, from Pam Harris, saying, thinking outside the box brings you happiness with the sun card, right? So thinking outside the box. Get excited about doors.
No, we're in a Val Kilmer land.
You're Val Kilmer. And Pam Harris says also new inspired ideas coming to you. So Moon Moggy John is at first sending thank you. And we've also got a thank you from Holly. Thank you so much. And Holly says, how awesome. Now, wait. John says, not a goblin then. Not necessarily. But I think we had some more from John. Oh, wait, I can't find it anymore. Sorry, but there was a confirmation from John that I know I saw where you're saying, oh, yeah, found it. Saying, wait, press the thing. Saying phew, yes, started a new project. So that is clear, direct confirmation.
Awesome. Well done. Good work, sir.
Anyone joining us, we are playing Everybody's Psychic. We're not playing where, you know, this is real life. Sending in questions and everybody answers together. So we've got Tor's question saying, may I have a few cards about work, please?
Of course you can. Oh, that one just wanted to jump out. Okay.
You got a jumper.
Yeah. Oh, look at you, Tor. I'm excited, so I can't hold back. The Lovers jumped out. How lovely is that? Followed by the Star and the Two of Cups. Is it the Star the way around? Oh, how perfect. What a beautiful energy for you. Oh, what did you get? Or should I go on about this first? Or just
no, I was getting excited that you've got the Two of Cups because I've got the Three of Cups. And I think those two together make such a lovely pair because the two brings you such blessings and the three just comes and pushes it a little further. And I find the Two of Cups and the Lovers together is just like a big, like, you know, foghorn of blessings coming through because
and the Star as well. Just because your work. I mean, I felt this are very romantic, but it also feels like the meetings, the people that you're meeting are going to bring you so much joy and success. And your star is rising. So it's actually for personal life as well. It's all tied in, isn't it? It's so creative and lovely. It's all tied in. There are good people, good connections. There's a sense of excitement coming in around who's who's meeting, who's coming into your life, the opportunities they bring, but also I've got a sense of flight, lift off, taking off for you, and some real joy with it. So it's not actually a hard graft time. It's being open to the blessings and the miracles, opening to the energy, and just being yourself, because I love the star saying you're shining and it's happening.
Amazing. So what we've got here is kind of a balance. So I've got the 7 of Wands that shows new beginnings. So new things are coming, and there's going to be a little bit too much, you know, as things happen. There's a little bit coming and then too much coming, and you're like, how do I do it? It says that you have systems in place to organize everything so that you can funnel the right person to check out the right folder and all of that. So when things overwhelm you, you will not be overwhelmed. This is just one of those tests, isn't it? The you know, can he handle all those blessings tests? Can he?
Yeah.
He can.
Yes, he can.
And it says that you've got to turn inwards, find that peaceful place, and start directing people to the right locations, because the blessings are not only coming, but even when you think, okay, yeah, quiet week is coming, that quiet week is exactly when different people in positions of influence are meeting in back rooms and talking about you. Just because it's quiet in your front room doesn't mean that it's quiet in all the rooms. So yes, a lot is happening. A lot.
It's lovely.
And I'm at the moment, we have a little bit of an avalanche of messages. So I'm putting the reading requests in a different folder so that I can get to them. But we have a few answers from everybody's psychic. So Holly says to Tor, a dream job maybe because of the star.
Yeah.
Tor himself says, wow, thank you. This is all making way much sense.
Oh,
that's exciting. And Pam Harris says, Grizzly, that's for Grizzly. New beginnings coming. Trust your intuition when making decisions. No need to ponder your answer. Such a fabulous message.
Yeah,
so the quick decision is the right decision. And John responding to Pam about the project, saying, Pam, yes, designing something big.
Love it. I love everyone's getting involved. That makes me happy.
Yeah. So, all right. Somebody's read the memo on locations. Holly says, hi from Dublin. Nilda Gonzalez is saying, lazies, blessings, and then correcting herself to ladies.
I don't know. I feel quite lazy today, so I'll go with lazy.
Yeah, it's really okay to be both, not judging. And do you know, I think I've not said hi to Dolores Claiborne, which, if I recall, Dolores Claiborne was a Stephen King book.
Oh, yeah,
in the 90s.
Yeah, character.
Right?
Yeah.
And she says, this is kind of interesting because we were going on about dreams. So she says, I dreamt I got given Swift tickets for my birthday. I didn't. Seems that dreams, the universe, and fate itself aren't as swiftly tailored to my wishes as I'd hoped. So
I know. Some dreams.
Yeah, what would those tickets mean to you? How did you feel when you received them? Are they symbolic for something? Because I think, would you say, like, in dream interpretation, it's not just about what you're seeing, but about your interaction in the dream, during the dream, when you wake up?
Absolutely. I mean, some dreams, obviously, I've had some dreams which are so lovely. And it's almost like sometimes the universe just gives you this gift of, that'll make you feel better. Let's heal your brain a little bit. And it's not going to come true, likely, but as in, like, the next day, maybe later.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
later.
Eventually.
The next day, I mean, there's some dreams that come through which have been absolutely lovely. And I don't expect the next day for them to be real. But what they did for my thoughts are, actually, maybe things are possible. Maybe I could have that opportunity. Maybe this is, and then I start calling it in myself. So I think, like, that feeling, some dreams are there to show you what's possible. And when you're having Taylor Swift tickets obviously represent something that's exciting exciting that's coming, that's offering a new way for you. And maybe the next day you didn't get given the tickets, but did it plant a seed of what's possible? Not a specific. And what does Taylor Swift represent to you? You know, how did you feel about that? There's so many. I love dream interpretation because our minds are so complex, and it's very rarely straightforward. Like the Val Kilmer one was really interesting because it was quite specific and more like, okay, there's something coming in there. It's not like a normal dream, but you can. We all have those. We all have some dreams which are very, okay, that was a bit weird. Let's follow that up. And some that just help us to see different perspectives in life or just show us different ways. And that's the wonderful thing about dream interpretation. And how can you tell? Often with how they feel. You can tell that that was a dream which is either a wish fulfillment or a fear dream or something else. So it's really good to write your dreams down, to follow them, to keep a journal. Then you get to know that and you get to follow it through and work out and unravel what kind of dream you're having. But yeah, a ticket is an opportunity. So maybe that's for expansion, for hope, for excitement. So maybe that's what was brought in.
Love it.
So my lecture on dreams is now over.
I don't think it is because look at this. So Keith Adams, hi Keith, saying, I have often dreamed, this is new for today, I have often dreamed of being on other planets, buildings, vehicles are similar, but different enough to know it's not Earth. Is it possible I travel or just a vivid imagination? Why not?
I never believe in just an imagination. I mean, where does imagination come from? That's people like say that with, you know, with readings, with spells, with magic. Did I just, or a meditation? Did I just imagine it? Where does your imagination come from? We you know, there's no just with imagination. Let's just have that. I think absolutely. Why not both? There's an element of in your dreams you can. Astral travel is pretty much a proven thing that you can, you know, the part of your soul will journey off somewhere else and bring back information. Why does it have to be on this planet? Why can it maybe slipping through to something else? I've had some dreams. You reminded me, I have had, not for a long time, but I have had similar kind of dreams as that. And I think you're experiencing something that may be a part of an imagination, but maybe a little bit of a touristy night trip to somewhere else and bringing back that information.
It could be a memory. Because why would souls belong only on this planet?
Yes.
So when I was small, I was really, really interested in like, you know, when little children have dreams about like how they were in past lives. I had like a short-lived obsession with it. And
I love that.
There have been like so many instances where addresses, what people wore, that everything sort of checked out really to the letter, that a child would remember how a house was like 100 years before if they remember their previous incarnation. It's possible that Keith maybe had an incarnation in a different dimension or in another planet, because the soul is limitless. It could be from anywhere, and it could be going to absolutely anything. And we can't be so arrogant to think that our planet, out of all the different options, this planet with the drying oceans and all the wars, that this is the best we can do. No, as souls, we might be able to do better.
Yeah, I love that. No, I love that part of it as well, the memory or the knowing. Yes. Thank you. I love it. Bring the dreams on.
What have we got? So we have a hello from South Carolina. Hi, Glowing Light Intuition. That's exciting. And I'm just looking for some more responses to each other. Dolores says that's a cool dream, Keith. It really is. And she says maybe you should write a novel, Keith, and use your dreams as inspiration. I really think a lot of books are, some kind of like a connected memory. Oh, and Penny saying happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to American friends.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, sorry.
Nilda says, I dream a lot with a beautiful black lady from my ancestors. Interesting.
I love that.
I think it's a connection, isn't it? That you'd have maybe from, great-great-grandmother. Andrea says to Keith, I see you writing your dreams down on paper and publishing it.
Well, people seem to be in favor of you doing your novel, Keith. So I think it's a sign, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And we've got just finishing off on the dreams, and we're going to go back to your readings. Holly says, yes, I've had dreams with people in them that I haven't seen in over a decade apologizing to me. I always feel such relief.
Wow. I think there's sort of soul healing in dreams. Sorry, I'm like a star being myself right now. You can't even see me, can you? It's so bright in here.
I can sense you there.
I was trying to, but there's something about soul healing with dreams, and even if it can't be said in real life, or for some reason, it's hard to communicate. That could be the first step in actually getting that resolution. If you're holding on to something, if somebody else is holding on to something, that it can start melting that that ice that holds any resentments or fights. So I think you can get a lot of soul healing in dreams, and it can help take that first step towards healing in the real life if you actually want to. I love it. Thank you.
Fabulous.
Let me try and make it so you can see me a bit more. Sorry,
That's okay.
It's not relevant, but
the real news item here is sunshine in England. Hold the front page.
Winter sun. I know, let's not even cover it up. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Enjoy it. Get the vitamin D when you can. So just to let you know, everybody watching, we've got Andrea, Jane, and Nilda still with questions in, and I think that's all we'll have a chance to do. Let me sort of see that I haven't missed anybody at this stage. Holly says, thank you, Laura. It's so true. So let's go to the questions. So please don't send any more questions. However, send as many answers as you like. And we will do Andrea, who's been waiting the longest. So Jane Roberts and Nilda Gonzalez, we've got you after. So Andrea says, would be honored to have a reading from my beautiful spiritual sisters, please. I'm not even going to pretend that your compliments feel so nice. That your compliments do not feel so nice.
Oh, no, they do. Yeah, they do. Blooming do. Oh, that's lovely. Right. I'll let you go first. I've kind of leapt in Aries style every time, so I'm going to...
Oh, no. It's all the same. Right. Andrea, it says here that you have been overthinking. This is the 8 of Swords, and it shows that you're trying to keep the balance. So you're trying to keep the balance in a really upside down way. I'm sorry to say that. I don't mean it as a criticism, but have a look at your thought process. That when you think something really positive, or when you're really, really kind to yourself, you go, all right, let's keep harmony and put myself down while I'm at it. That's not harmony. It's balanced in the toxic land, but that's not where we're going, because it says that you have such unbelievable untapped potential. There's so much you can do. Do you know what this shows me? It shows that you have a lot of knowledge in things that are outside of your work scope. Have you been looking into travel? It's showing me nutrition. It's showing me things like allergy testing. It's showing me things like physical and mental protection that you can help people with. So there's such a lot of untapped potential. And if you decided to jump forward, create some of it as a bit of a business, I'm not saying the entire business, a little bit of a business, see how you connect with that part of the world, how you can turn your passions and your joys into a way to uplift people and the whole universe. You'll find that it suits you to a T. Now, do you know what's stopping you from getting there? This need that you have to not talk too loud, not think of yourself as too much of an expert, not accept your, fabulosity. And I can accept your fabulosity. Can you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, all the way in. So this is what I've got. What have you got there?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I have the same thing, as in not the same cards, but the same vibe. The first card is the block, 10 of Wands straight away. Just no. Keeping self in a, it's almost, and then beautiful cards. I just go the 10 of Wands for a second. And I do it as well. I'm working through it a lot, but I've always done this. putting these things up so you can't shine, putting these things up so it holds you back that one bit. And it's under the guise of looking after everybody else. It's under the guise of, I do this, I do that. I'm overworked, so I can't. I'm too busy, I can't. I've got this. And actually, you're really feeling it now. I'm getting it. I know it's wands, but I'm kind of getting it like thorns in like Sleeping Beauty, where they're kind of tightening, and you just feel, I can't do this anymore. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing because it's telling you, you have got this grace, this beauty, this gift, this love. And it is nothing to do with all the stresses that you've told yourself. This is just stunning. You know, when there's something about with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, there's such an ease of exploring your gifts and your love and your heart, and it's gentle. So you don't have to charge out the world and say, hey, everybody, but there's a flow of just what you love, people want to see. What you care about, people care about. And the more, life doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be the kind of the burden, the stress. You're opening up, your healing, your work is so needed. And so the minute you put more time and energy into it, it really will just flow out there. So it's kind of a similar message in a different way.
Amazing. And just very quickly, Andrea said, will my spiritual guides help me find a home soon, like before December 18th? How will I know it's right for my daughter and me? So I was sort of seeing it quickly, and I was getting that you find it, but don't move into it by the 18th. So it's already set up. If you got something similar there.
Yeah, I mean, the Page of Cups as well as like your daughter. I feel like it's when your daughter vibe there as well. But yeah, I've got like around the 10th and the 11th or something like 9th or 10th. I've kind of got, but not for moving, but you got the 10 of Pentacles there. Like it feels really strong that something is set up and strong for you before that date. Yes.
Amazing. Good luck.
Good luck.
And just for anybody joining in right now, we are enjoying Everybody's Psychic. Woo, everybody's psychic. Everybody's gifted when they search deep down. So if you've got messages, if you want to get involved and to tell the people requesting the readings what you can feel for them, go right ahead. Let them know, put them in the comments, and we'll flash them on the screen. Andrea says, thank you, love. I appreciate all that you do for us.
Big loves. Big loves.
Thank you. And I've got one from Jane Roberts. It's the before last one. Nilda is going to be last. Jane says, please, may I have a few cards about relationships?
Of course you can, Jane. A few cards about relationships. Ooh. And sound effect. You get them as well.
Yeah.
So, okay. First card was the Sun, which I blooming love. Maybe it's just because, absolutely. But what I get, there's a few corkers that came up after that. So I feel like the Sun, corkers in a kind of, the Sun is cleansing out, it's clearing out. The feeling is that Sun might be bringing out the crap from the woodwork a little bit at the moment. Like you're seeing, there's a light that you're shining and it feels brilliant. Like you're in a new space. There's an energy around you that's healing and new. And what you're heading towards is strength. And it just feels like this is you. You're beautiful, your power, you're strong. I don't know if there's something that's been a bit of a block with your relationships, with the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. So that came out after the Sun card. I feel like the more you're shining or the more you're channeling into who you are, the more things that aren't okay are kind of really like not okay. And you're going to be transformed. I feel there's a cleansing going on at the moment with your life, and people can step up or they can step back is the feeling I get, because you're not going to go backwards. You're seeming to be going into this new chapter, into this new beautiful energy. And there's I think there's be a very transformative few months. So not saying you should dump everybody, but you'll just be very clear what doesn't quite work and what is holding you back at this time. And you can choose to work with that, but you're not going to choose to be less because this is your time.
Exactly, because it says you've got options. You've got options. You're a happy person. People want to flock to you. People want to surround you. But this could be a time for you to just glow as who you are and not really accept anybody who doesn't have a special invite. What we've got here, it's not the Sun, but look how much of the Sun symbolism we've got here with a sort of glowing crown, right? So it's the Queen of Wands, but she's red, she's bright, she's courageous, and she didn't used to be. You can become that. You can become that. The story of this queen is that she has undergone enlightenment. And even the tiger, panther, what's got spots?
Leopard.
Leopard. Even the leopard, it's all the same word in Hebrew. Even the leopard has got the new skin, and it used to be a panther. So we can see that the spots are remnants in, obviously in card world, not in zoology. We can see the remnants of how it was before it became her enlightened companion. So that brightness, that blinding light is you. And if you weren't born with it, you just take it till you make it, boo, because you are it. You're so phenomenal, and you can't see your own glory, but you've got to listen to the people that tell you that it's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see if anybody else has got messages for Jane. We've actually got some messages from Penny, who actually is psychic, involved in investigation projects, and she agrees with us. Yes, everyone is psychic, of course. Yes, you both are lovely and positive. You got me in a good
thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Doing
our best to contribute, to uplift the energy. If anyone's got messages for Jane, go ahead and send them. We're just about to jump into our final reading for today, and that is for Nilda, just asking anything coming in for me for 2025.
Okay, what's 2025? Do I see? Woohoo!
Yeah. Sit down.
I love it. You could go first. I will stop leaping.
Yeah. So it's a big transformation because we've got the death card here, which Laura has picked up before. So you're not the first one to have got it today. And it shows how you're going to have something come off your, I don't want to refer to it as a burden, because obviously it's not a burden, but it is just sort of using up a lot of your energy. And that period is about to stop, and it's about to stop. And afterwards, there is a period of grieving. And following death, there is always rebirth. And you can be reborn as whoever you decide. You can be reborn as somebody who travels a lot. You can be reborn as somebody who blogs. You can be reborn as somebody who guides other people who go through this experience and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to balance their emotions as they go through it. So you can be reborn as absolutely anybody. Not in the distant future. In 2025, we are 33 days away? Ooh, number.
Oh my
33
word.
days away from 2025. Some of us are handling it better than others. We're 33 days away from 2025. If you're listening to it later on, maybe even less. And you can be reborn as whoever you want in 33 days. What have you got for Laura?
I am a star being already. I don't know what will happen in 33 days. I don't even know. I can't even see. Okay. I hope you can see, because I'm sorry if it's so. It's such a nice card. I want to show you. Wait a minute. Let's move this around so we can. No, we just can't see. It's all too much light, darling, here. Too much. So it's the Ace of Swords. And what's really lovely with the Ace of Swords is, there we go. You can see it better now. There's this beautiful figure of 8 around the sword of snake, which is like multicolored. And it just feels so fated that there is something that is coming through for you next year, which is meant to be. There's this like new energy, a new alignment, a new thought. This is something about you're meant to be on this path, this change. And what comes up after that is you've got the Knight of Wands as well. So, like you were saying about, something within you that has been very well buried, you haven't had the chance to explore. It's like, no, it's coming up. And like in Inbaal's reading as well, like something had to go for that to come through. And the cards that are representing that is, we are humans that hold on to anything to stop change happening. Oh, I'm fine like this. And the universe going, no, you're not. You don't want that anymore. Like, so I'm the same. You can stay in situations which are kind of naff just because you're afraid of what's over the other side of it. And this is representing that feeling of a bit, oh, I'm not really sure if this is okay. No, there's something within you that is powerful, that is almost like rising very much to the surface. It could be your creativity, your fire, your will to travel or to explore or to share these gifts with the world, but they're not going to be silenced. And for that to break through, something is going to shift. But I love that sort of eternal figure of 8 there, the infinity symbols. We said earlier on, the only constant is change, and there's 2 snake symbolisms here, that there's like shedding the skin allows that new life to come through. So it feels, the human part is like, oh gosh, I've got to deal with a bit of changes, but the soul is going, yes.
Absolutely. So we've got some confirmation from Nilda already saying, gracias, I'm in a spiritual journey. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm Scorpio. Oh, that explains
your
that
card. As you're sponsored by that card, it's okay.
Amazing. Yeah, love a Scorpio. Although I'm sure you're relieved that Scorpio season is now over because, intense. Jane says very kindly, thank you so much. That was beautiful and reassuring. And Pam has a message for Jane saying, new you, do not jump in love too soon. Patience, my dear.
Yeah.
Lovely. And we have a message, I think it's for you, from Beast Boy Osmosis saying, so hot.
No,
It's -3 degrees here, but you've got the sunshine. So
it's 5 degrees here. It's like absolutely positively scorching. 5 degrees.
5 entire degrees. And we've got a lovely message from Pam for Nilda saying, stop holding back. Be you. Change is coming. I really agree with that. And we have a message for both of us from Penny saying, thank you both for your shining lights. You should come on my Agent X11 podcast. Message me.
Cool.
Consider it done.
Consider it was there.
yeah, exactly. I'm not available right now, but maybe same time tomorrow. Yeah, available. Let me see that I haven't missed any messages because we are coming to the end of our time. Messages. No, I think we've got them. If I missed you, it has been inadvertent. I'm so sorry. I did my best to include everybody. Oh, what we got? Oh, Tor saying such a lovely show today.
That's been lovely. Thanks, Tor.
Thank you so much. So what are you up to for the rest of the day? You're writing again?
Yes, I am. I might go for a little walk and enjoy the sunshine and then back to writing. Yes.
Fabulous. Yeah, get a little bit of air. I've got one face-to-face client. When does that even happen? One face-to-face client. And then, this evening, we've restocked the love oil.
I've got my love oil right here, actually. My love.
Thank you. So restocked. I've got 15 of them over there. If any of you have got like psychic spiritual shops and you'd like to stock our love oil, talk to me about wholesale prices. But what we're going to do this evening, I'm going to film some lessons on how to use a spiritual oil in Beast Boy is supposed to saying I'm using love oil now. Good, that's what we like to hear. That course is going to be absolutely free. So it'll be how to use any magical oil or essential oils. I'm the witch in the partnership. My friend Amanda has been a cosmetics formulator and aromatherapist for like 30 years. So we'll do some lessons together, some lessons separately, and it's going to be approximately an hour and 15 minutes of content. So we're going to try and do it in an hour and 15 minutes. See how the Mercury retrograde likes that.
I mean,
we can try. Yeah, there's a good chance that it could happen. And, if it doesn't, that's also cool. Dolores says, have a good one, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much.
Holidays from Nilda. Beautiful. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Simeon is saying, thank you, beautiful souls. And Simeon also says, great second breakfast show.
I think the cat's the only one that's had a second breakfast at the moment, but I think that's the bit.
Fabulous. So we've got exciting days ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a
Thank you
great
for
week.
joining
See you
us.
next week. Mwah. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.